peace mean to you here at the Pause the World for Peace Day?
Oh yeah, well, it's something we all want and we can't get to because of self-interest. Yeah, and then our Peace Research Foundation is doing research with AI, GIS, and then also virtual reality to show people, instead of looking at big reports, look at an interactive presentation. That way you can learn based on your interest.
I love that.
So it's called the Global Chinese U.S. Peace Research Institute. 2 Nobel nominees run it, and we're doing well with the research. So we came down to support our friends. I know this week at the UN we'll be doing presentations there. But the issue is that if people could learn about other people, I think we have less wars. And I think what's going on right now, we're at a tipping point. Last year at Oslo, they nominated the Hiroshima and Nagasaki victims for the Nobel Prize. And they did that because we're right at the edge of war. And I'm not talking about these little skirmishes with drug addictions and stuff like that. What I'm talking about is hardcore war where we see there's no returning from it except maybe World War III. So we need to come back to balance.
And how would you say we come back to that balance? And I love that you do that for work, by the way. I'd love to learn a little bit more.
My foundations do that. I do something else for work. Right now, for work, what we're doing is we invented a new type of filter that filters water at 32 cents a square yard, and it's good for a year or two, so that we can bring water. What we found in what we're doing with the research is that where there's good trade, and people are eating 3 meals a day, and they're raising their family, there's no war. So trade is at the basis of all good and evil, depending on how you do that. Recently at the UN, with Jeff Sachs, we were there and we made a presentation, not on stage, but to the press, the China Daly. And what we're finding is that we have to come back to balance and trade to get to peace. So what I do is private equity, AI, and several other IPOs. So does that help you in your presentation?
It really does. I appreciate your time on this, and it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be in your
What's
presence.
your name? So?
Jeremy McNally.
Mine's Michael Daly. It's a pleasure, and thank you for doing this. More people need to understand what's going on here so they can come to understand what peace is. And then what happens a lot is they're driving through the rearview mirror. They should be driving forward, understanding that whatever is in the past is done, and it's ongoing. What we have to do is focus on the future. So that's great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do you have a business card? Because we